Oh, I'm doing something a little bit different today. I'm going to be playing chess using my virtual touchscreen. So, yeah, I'm not very good at chess. So, I will be playing against level 1 Stockfish with unlimited time. But it's mainly about showing off my technology more than anything. So, let's go. I'll probably be making plenty of blunders. Hmm, I don't know any of like the book stuff or whatever. I know that usually people put these first two pawns up for some reason. I guess it must be one of the meta strategies. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Let's maybe get this guy out here. Do I want to take that? Do I want to not take that? If I take that, what happens? Then he'll come back and take. No, he won't take because that would make the queen face each other. Actually, that would be fine. He could take the trade. Hmm. Let's just finish our little design that we were making here. Okay, so I guess that was a blunder because now I have to move my oh no, I don't have to move him. Do I have to move him? It depends. Do I value a horse more than I value a bishop? Because this bishop's in line over here to cut back through here if I go here. So but then I can come back with the queen and make it an even trade. I think that's probably what I should do. So let's go ahead and do that. What's he gonna do? He did something different. Okay. What does that mean? So he still has the line on me over here. Oops. What? This line on me. I probably want to, what do I want to do here? I want to expand my pieces out with like more active pieces, I guess. That's what I hear. How to do that? My horses are both out here doing stuff, but nobody else is. You know what? No, that's not a good idea. I was thinking, this, but then I just sacrifices it to the queen for no reason. What else do we got here? I want to pull. I want a bishop to come out. We need a place that makes sense to put him. Something that would be covered by like one of my horses, most likely. So let's maybe get this guy picking up. So it's covered by horses, and it's an attack on his king. That's actually kind of a good move. I think. We'll see. So I could make this trade if I wanted, but from what I've read, a bishop has more value than a horse. Slightly. So I don't want to necessarily make that trade. And also, I'd be paying for that trade in cadence because it took me a couple moves to get him over here to begin with. I guess only one move. I don't know. I think I just want to keep activating more pieces. I think with Stockfish level 1, we're kind of just waiting for him to make a blunder and then take advantage of it. I don't want to bring my queen out right now because then I'd be risking the queen. I don't want to risk the queen yet. Oh, you know what? I like this move right here. So I take this guy and put him right there. That opens me up later to bring this guy over here. Because then this spot will be protected. Right? Yeah, because he won't be able to, we'll have to trade his queen if he wants that spot. Yeah, we'll do this move. Oh, I didn't think about that. Because I don't want to lose that bishop. Where can this bishop go where it doesn't get hurt? So this spot right here was that spot. We can attack that spot. Anything? For some reason, I don't like that spot. Why do I not like that spot? Well, I guess if I go to that spot, he could do this move right here, and then I'm stuck moving again. I don't like that. Hmm. Now would be a maybe better chance to take this trade. I think against Stockfish level 1, taking trades is actually usually a good thing. Hmm. The value doesn't quite match up, but that piece, I'm going to lose cadence if I just move him away to do nothing. Hey, what do we got else that we can do here? Hmm. Want to right click. He'd be blocking my queen if I send him back all the way. Well, if I send him back to, if I just send him back to right here, what happens? Then he can't just immediately come at me again. And it's still protected by the horsey. Does it block anything? Not really. Alright, looks like I gotta run back home. Oh, I didn't think about that. But you'd have to take that trade if he wants to trade. In theory, I guess that trade is a good trade considering the horse is worth less than the bishop. But I think I can maybe throw a wrench into that. Let's think about this for a second. If I go here, then I got a line on the queen. I think his queen just has to run away because the queen is definitely higher value than a bishop. Or he'll have to. I guess he could just like what? He could move this there, and then what happens? Then I'm stuck. I don't really like that so much actually. Now that I'm looking at it, Mhm. I could castle my king, but why would I want to do that? Uh, hmm. Well, what happens if I take this guy and send him back over here? Then what? He could move this here? But no, he can't do that because then I could just take him right there. Hmm. Maybe that's what I want to do. But I wanted to be there in the first place. Why wasn't I there earlier? I don't know. Just stream? Yeah. How does the virtual touchscreen work? So it's just I got my camera on top of my screen, tracks my hands, and I got various gestures I can do. Mainly, I just use pinch 1, and like pinch 2 lets me like show stuff on the board. Pinch 1 is just like for clicking or scrolling. And a bunch of other things too, but that's the majority of what you'd use. Hmm. Anyways, looks like maybe I can make this move. I'm gonna do it. One thing I haven't considered actually, look at this. He's still got this line on me right there. And right now, he could actually just make that move, and I can't even defend against it because this queen is blocked by the bishop. So this space was never smart to begin with. So it's actually we're recovering from a blunder here by being able to move back here, I do believe. Ooh, what is this now? We're lining up more duders back here. Well, you know what? I could double down on that position right here and bring this guy up here. That might be a good move. I don't know. Uh, he's got his queen out now. The other thing I could do, actually, when I'm looking at it, I could bring him up here, which then he has to move his queen somewhere again. He just moved his queen, but will he be able to put his queen in a better place as a result of this? Hmm. Actually, the other thing is this spot right here doesn't have any protection from anybody. None of my horses can reach it. Queen can't reach it. So going there is just kind of a waste. We don't want to do that. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I don't feel like I like the position I'm in very much. Maybe I'll have to bring my queen out. Where could I put the queen though? That would actually do something. I could offer a queen trade. I think offering trades is good against the Stockfish level 1. But let's think about what happens when I put my queen there. So if I put the queen there, it gives him the option to make the trade. But does he actually want to make this trade? Hmm. I think I don't mind the trade. But is that actually a trade? Does he have any other moves? Yeah, I think I want to bring my queen out. It's yeah, it's time to bring the queen out. So he's willing to trade queens. But I don't have to trade my queen. My queen's well covered. His queen is only covered by a more important piece. I could potentially convert this into a 2-for-1 sale if I can get another line on it. And I can get another line on it. But I still have this move right here where I take the bishop over here. And with I have the bishop over there, I've got a line through here. I've got a line through here. That means I've got more coverage of that spot. I think that means that he definitely will run away. Yeah. We'll see what that does. In you go. Hmm. Hmm. All right. What does that mean? So I could take my trade right now, and my trade. Hmm. Two pieces trading. So if I do this, take his queen, and he could take my queen. It seems like what's probably going to happen. But I don't know. I don't know. Let's just play it and see what happens. Ooh, and with a curveball. Uh, if I put my king here, he's still in line with this, and that'll pin my queen to that spot. Um, so we don't want to do that if we can avoid it. I don't think you can clear a check. You can't clear a check with a castling, so we're kind of stuck there. We go here. We're not in direct line anything. Gotta fix something there. Like if I right click and let it sit there, it just eventually up a context menu. Yep. Yeah, simultaneously with the stream, I'm also testing a new version of the product before I push it to the live server. Hmm. Well, we're gonna have to move this king. We don't have a choice because we can't block a horse. Oh wait, no, we do have a choice. What am I thinking? What's bad about taking the knight with the bishop? Hmm. Uh, well, I can't take the knight with the bishop right now because my king's under check. Hmm. But you know what? I'm just sitting here looking at this, and I missed the completely obvious move. Just couldn't even conceive of the fact that him putting that horse there was just a plain blunder. It was just a blunder. So we could just do that. Why wouldn't we not just do that? That's what we're gonna do. Now he's casting. So he's made a huge blunder. So we should be able to clean this one up pretty easily from this point. Hmm. Now, can I escape with my queen now and just be up a queen? I think I could. think I could. But let's see, is there a way that I can escape with this queen where I'm not giving up cadence? So far, the only place I'm seeing is right here, and that kind of pockets my queen in a way that it doesn't have a lot of options there, and he's gonna have to move again just to like be reactivated. Hmm. Well, I'd like to keep the queen. Is there any other moves I can do? I can't attack his king. His king is behind so many things. Hmm. Kind of thinking that maybe that's the move. Time to move the queen. Keep the queen for later. Ooh, I'm getting forced to move the queen again, and he's moving up the board. If I keep my piece advantage, though, I should be in a good spot. But man, I gotta keep pushing this queen back farther and farther. No, wait, I don't have to. I don't have to. Ah, yeah, Stockfish level 1. I think he just blundered this piece again. I can just do this. Why would I not just do that? Yeah, I think I just do that. No? Oh, what'd I do? I think it's still fine. I think he's blundering even more pieces. Like, right? I guess that wasn't a blunder. That's a straight up trade. The rook can pin the queen. My king. Oh, yeah, that's not a great spot, is it? Hmm. At this point, though, I could afford that trade. But why make the trade if I don't have to? Hmm. So here's a move to consider. Actually, this is pretty not a great move because what he just moves there, and then I have to move back. It's not really a great move, so we don't want to do that. You know what? I can just make trades at this point. Yeah, yeah, because I'm like up by so many pieces. Like I can just trade. So we'll just trade. And his next move is going to have to be to take this rook, right? Yeah. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. He's going to do that, and that's where we'll be. I can take that. We can do that. He could still pin. Well, he can't pin right now. I mean, he could, but, but what was that? All right, we're playing easy mode here. I mean, he could have pinned, but then he'd have to trade 2 for 1. Yeah, he's just throwing. Hmm. I think though that there's actually it's not quite as dumb as you think, uh, because it reaches a point where it understands that it no longer has a realistic chance of winning the game, and it starts to try to make a draw. Only because it's Stockfish level 1, it's not as good making that draw as it would be if it was a higher level Stockfish. Hmm. So now the only concern is how do I not draw this out? So I could just keep trading. Seems like he's like letting me trade and just keep everything I trade for. So knows that. As long as he can move one of his pieces, then he's not going to be drawn. And he's got tons of pawns out here. I don't think there's too much risk of a draw. Um, Hitting up these pawns is going to be kind of a puzzle for me. If I take this guy here, trade it, I think that's supposed to be a good trade anyway, so let's just make that trade right now. There's probably a way I could quickly checkmate it, but like I said before, I'm a kind of a noob at chess. Oh, for me, I gotta just sort of meticulously go through this one step at a time. Hmm. So once, if I can move this guy out of the way, then this guy has a line right there. Where would I move him though? Ooh, if I move him right here, then he has a line to there. I like that. I like that. But actually, no, he could just do this and then attack me and push me away. Don't like that. Hmm. The queen can go back behind his king. There's nothing he can do about it. Maybe that's a good thing to do. I get rid of his rook, then it's like no more worries at all. You know what? We're fine. We're fine. We're so far ahead. We can even afford the blunder. Just start making moves. If I put the queen in the H file as checkmate. H file. So H is the first file. I still have to check the king though. How do I check the king? I feel like the horse is my best bet at checking the king. What can the queen do though? Because the queen's right here. I mean, if I go there, he just takes. If I go here, what happens if I go here? Oh, that's checkmate right there, isn't it? Okay, okay. Woo! Victory! Do I step up to level 2 Stockfish? Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Let's I don't want to do a rematch, do I? Rematch doesn't get a chance to I played as black, we'll play as white. We'll try to build up confidence first, and then we'll consider Stockfish level 2. I'm not even using any time controls yet, so I'm like not at a level. I'm not at a level at all. So if I'm the one opening, do I want to open on my queen file? Do I want to open on my king file? Queen seems like I feel like I don't know. Queen. We'll do queen. I don't think it matters until a little bit later. Right? And ultimately, I probably want to get this pawn here. And I don't want to make a trade. So let's go ahead and bring this guy here to cover that. Can happen as a result of that. We'll see. Still Stockfish one, yes. What are we gonna do? We're gonna maybe come back up. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. But now he's got that horse there. Let's get out of the other horse up here. Just yeah. I don't know if that's ooh, didn't go. Maybe we'll try to play this one a little faster. Now I can do this thing. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that was a blunder. I just gave up a pawn for no reason. Well, we now have to move this horsey dude somewhere. We're gonna have to move him. If we move him anywhere in this line, then he's just gonna move forward and attack me. So we don't want to do that. If I move over here, he could still just attack me like this. I don't want to run home. I don't have to though. Yeah, this is why I didn't upgrade to Stockfish level 2. I can I put my left eye here? This is like blocking everything. Running back home though would be feels so bad, but I feel like it's maybe the best move is to run home all the way back to where I came from. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna pretend like this was on purpose. Oh, no, that was obvious because I no longer had pressure against that pawn. Not gonna lose 2 pawns for free. Well, is it already time to activate my queen? Hmm. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I think I'm just going to lose this one. Stockfish level 1, though. Let's see if he makes a big blunder that I can come back from. Alright, so now I can take this. Yep, free pawn now. So we got pawn back. We could force him to move. Mm. One thing I can do, I can come over here and do this. And this guy's covering it. I think that's the move. Let's look at the board for a second. What's else going on? He's got this queen on the line here. That could be dangerous. That's like a revealed attack. I don't like that. Hmm. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. I want to go two. Yeah, I do want to go two. Hmm. Now it's double protected. He could just move the pawn forward and attack tonight. Well, I was trying to attack this pawn to begin with. I guess he could have, couldn't he have? But now he can't. I'm gonna make this trade. You know, I just realized. Never mind. Never mind. We're good. We're good. What did I just lose? Did I just lose the pawn? I think I just lost. All right. So I could just make a trade right now. I think it might actually be smart to make a trade because I've got double line here. Hey, Salone, thanks for the like. I've got this guy right here who can go there. And I've got this guy right here that can go there. So it could be takes. Which one would he probably take with? He'd probably take this one. That takes. And then what? And then I've got him in check. I think there's something interesting there. We're going to try that line. So I probably want to send the horsey first. Who's just going to let me have it? Interesting. Interesting. Being saved by the fact that he's Stockfish level 1. I think there was something about what I was doing there that was going to be really bad for him, and I think he chose a different route there. Is it time to bring my queen out? You know, I feel like my bishops are both back here. Got my horse. Or horse is kind of not far forward enough, I think. I've got an open line to bring my rook out, though. That's kind of rough. What if I bring it out? I bring it out here. That kind of gives me some extra coverage, and he doesn't really have. Oh no, that's his queen is right there. His queen would just stop me. I'm not seeing any value in bringing that out. Getting this horse out of here, though. If I get this horse out, then this guy will have a path to do work. So let's think about where we're going to take this horse. Putting the horses together creates like a really interesting like shape that's kind of hard to deal with. Is then like this piece. Wait, no. Yeah, this piece. What are all these pieces? This coverage looks like that? Is that what's going on? So this guy goes there and there. Wait, no, this isn't covered. Let's just do this one piece at a time. So this be covered. And then this would be covered. I guess the shape isn't as useful as it looks. There's a lot of overlap there. You know what? We're not even thinking. This guy right here is still under attack by both of these pawns. That's going to be our first priority. I I roll away in a way that I don't lose cadence. Not really. Where do I want to take him? I take him right here. Take him right here. He's not really blocking anything. I think that's the move. The move that blocks the fewest number of my pieces. Hmm. What do I do about that? Could maybe push him back. And I kind of wanted to get this guy out to begin with. See this, that he's got an attack on there. And then where does this guy go when he... Where does he go? He doesn't want to do any of that because he just... Oh, could he go here? He could safely go here. Does that give him... No, he can't go there because then the bishop... I think he has to run back if I do that, so that looks like a good move. So we're going to do that. There. Okay, yeah, he had to run back. Exactly as planned. Now, I'd like to clean up some more of his pieces so that I could actually take some control of the board here. Why should I do that? I need to activate more of my own pieces. That's probably priority number one. Trade. Yeah, I am up 2 horses. It's a big deal. Big deal. Do I have any trade offers right now? Not really. I have to make one. Oh, I could trade queens. Yeah, let's trade queens. Is there any reason I don't want to trade queens? So we do this, and then he does this. I think that's probably going to be good. Doesn't really. This just simplifies the board a little. That's all. And I don't really need him for defend. I don't need the queen for defending right now. We're gonna sacrifice the queen. Mm-hmm. We take with the bishop. Bishop can't move to that spot. But if I had space here, I had space to move my rook, I could put the king in check. You know, I think I've got myself into a complicated situation where you kind of need, like, the pieces that I have remaining aren't the easiest pieces to checkmate with. Hmm. Trade bishop for a knight. Bishop for a knight. Hmm. How do I trade the bishop for a knight, though? See it. Oh, pin it to the king. Interesting, interesting. So what? We do this. Come up like this. And then the king is stuck in a skewer. What else could he do, though? Nothing. So he has to... Hmm. Yeah, it's like a good thing. Where did it go? I think we can just continue with the trade idea. Those pawns could be tricky. Oh, but we're going to be up a pawn here in a second, right? We can just like take this for free, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think we can just take that for free. So let's do that. So now we're very heartily winning. Ooh. All right, we recovered thanks to Stockfish level 1 blunders. Okay. It's hard to rely on Stockfish level 1 to give you a blunder exactly when you need it, though. A bit more nuanced. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I have a line out here. two attackers on this pawn. He has this on that pawn and this on that pawn. Can I get another attacker on this pawn? I could get this. What are the horses? The horses, they're going to be moving like, no, 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 it blocks. Okay, so that horse can't do nothing. Did this horse do something? Mm, not really, not in a meaningful way. So that's not a line that we can really pursue. I really would like to maybe start activating the rooks. Oh, you know what I could do right now? Did I move my king? I think I already moved my king. No, I didn't move my king. I could do this. And that gives me a much better file. Ooh, I'm gonna do this. Wait, I thought I could do that. Yeah, I can do that. But now I got like this more interesting file out here that I can work with. Um, that bishop? What is he gonna attack? Nothing. Like, what black square is? And none of the black squares are really attackable. I think that was a random move that didn't do anything. Raids? Let's see. Now that he's made that move, is there anything that's not defended anymore? Hmm. Looks like the reason he was staying there before was he wanted to have the option to go there if he came up with my rook, maybe? And now the rook's moved, so he's realigned himself. Hmm. The one thing I could do, I could bring this guy up, like that. And then what happens? Then he has to. He can't stop me from making this trade if I do that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I can force a trade. Unless that's a blunder. Alright. But you know what? Maybe we don't even have to force the trade. Maybe we can do something even more interesting. So this bishop right here, he has the option to create a check. Does that do anything for me? Hmm. You can create a check. And then the king. Where can the king go? The king can go here. He can go here. Does any of that. I don't. I don't have enough pieces on the board to really take or not on the board. I don't have enough active pieces to take advantage of that. Yeah, let's just continue trading down. That's the move. Actually, that's not even a trade. It's just free. Oh, sweet. That's good. That's good. Mm, I'd like to get the other rook out because that would make for a much less complicated checkmate. I'd get the other rook in. You could have took the bishop with the pawn. Oh, hmm, hmm. Did he put that pawn there? When did he put that pawn there? The pawn just been there the whole time. And okay, well, he put the pawn there then. So from this point, wait, why did he even move that pawn? He just gave me. Okay, so when he moved that pawn, okay, so it's like he was trying to protect. So the reason you move that pawn is so that you create a trade here. Okay, but then he didn't actually make the trade that he planned for. I think that's what happened. It's like Stockfish level 1 is like, okay, here's what we're gonna do, and then it's okay. Now we have a 20% chance of just flopping over, and we roll the dice, and bam, we're gonna flop. Or he's trying to create a draw opportunity here. But in either event, if he's trying to create a draw, but he has a 20% chance of just flopping whatever his plan was, then he's not likely to actually make good on that plan. But we can just continue cleaning up pieces. Um, any trades out here? So actually, we can force him to do something. If we move here, then I've got a fork right here. So he has to take, and then I can take here. I think that's a move. I've got like an anti-slip feature where it won't let go of the piece for like a second after I let go. But if the hand disappears before that second is up, it also cancels. That's why it keeps canceling my move. All right, so now I can just force this trade, right? Which one do I want, actually? Think about it. So I could take either one of those rooks. The rook and the screw the king to the right rook. Give the king to the right rook. Oh, I can do that with my bishop. If I take this bishop up here, then he's skewered. Interesting. Then what? That's getting complicated for me because he still has the option. I guess he doesn't have the option to do this because he's in check. He's in check over here. That's a pretty good move. We're going to do the good move. Skewer, here we come. Ooh, all right. Do we have to lose anything? So we do this. It's just a trade. That would be a trade because they need to come and attack me there. Now, if I could do any more skewer moves, that might be good. But I don't have any direct access on this spot there. I can't do that. You know, a simple trade is fine. We can just do a trade. Actually, it would be better to trade this direction. So if I trade this direction instead, then he has to do this. I think maybe that's better. But yeah, we'll just do this trade. And he's Stockfish level 1, so we might not even take the trade. He didn't. It's either because the Stockfish level 1 and he's designed to be stupid, or because he's trying to make it easier for me to draw. I don't know which that is. I guess we just gotta continue cleaning up pieces unless we can come up with a checkmate. Pieces I have are not like simple checkmate tools. Not having the queen always makes the late game a lot more tricky. You can make a draw by throwing? I assume there's a way. I mean, you're down this far, you can't win, you can only draw. Having fewer pieces means you have less moves that you can make, which increases your chance of drawing. Force a trade with the Dark Bishop for now. Force that trade. Work the rook and the bishop. Work the rook and the bishop. Oh, I see, I see. So if I were to come over here, then I could come down here with a smart, smart, and it also clears me out from this pawn's attack. That's the move. Probably the best move. I definitely won't be going into analysis after this. I don't want to see that I made 13 blunders. Now the question is, which one do we want more? I think this bishop's been bothering me a lot more. This isn't even a trade, is it? It was just free. I think it was just free. All right. So now we're getting to a really easy spot here. So I think the main rules with trying to avoid a draw, if you can check the king, he will not draw the next turn. So we want to start thinking about how we can make checks. It's going to be hard because we don't have a queen. I could make a queen. It might be a good thing to try. I'm not going to make a queen right now. But this guy's obviously the king. This guy would be the best bet. But he's got this guy blocking, got this guy blocking. If I start checking him though, maybe then it'll be easier. I guess for starters, I can just start developing my pawns, pushing them up. Maybe there's some more trades we could consider. Let's see. I've got my rook back here. We can. That wouldn't be a trade. That would just toss him to the king. This rook can't do much right now. We can't really mess with him. We could activate this rook. That would actually be really helpful. Let's do that. Pawn on A is free. Oh yeah, I could just take the free pawn. So I could always take the pawn now, and then bring the rook out later. The pawn could always move. He's probably going to want to move the pawn. No, actually, he probably doesn't want to have the pawn anymore, because then if he could lose all his pawns or have all his pawns stuck, then he has a lot better chance of a draw. But yeah, we'll just take it. It seems like the best move. Hmm. And now we still have the opportunity to just take this rook out like I wanted to. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm gonna keep my hand on the board for it to not cancel. Alright, I don't know what he's doing. He could have taken that pawn for free, but he chose not to. Well, it's defended by the knight. Okay, so yeah, you can't take that pawn. Makes more sense. Right. Once I get like this guy over here, got like a much stronger position back here. With two rooks active, that's actually like the material you need for a checkmate. Let's bring him in. Because yeah, once I bring him here, then he can go here and he can't be attacked. So that'll put him in check. I think yeah, we're onto something here. So at the very least, it'll create an opportunity to clear some more pieces off the board. That puts him in check. All right. Uh, I can't. Oh, I can put him in check again. As long as I keep putting him in check, he's not going to create a draw. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't do that because you just do that. Do that. Um. Hmm. What? Anything else? Let's see. So this spot right here is guarded. So I could just come out and do this, and that'll force him to move away. Where would he even move? He could move there, or he could move there. Wherever it is, it doesn't matter. We're gonna create some new positioning here. So that's what we're gonna do. This guy's gonna come up and mess with his rook a little bit. We can flush out of there. All right. Why did he do that? So, oh yeah, because it's protected now. Because if I moved my horsey in there, horsey gets eaten by the rook. But actually, it doesn't make sense because in order to do that, he had to sacrifice his rook. Sacrifice his rook for a pawn. That doesn't make any sense, does it? always the crazy moves that are the most scary. But when it's Stockfish level 1, the crazy moves are just literally crazy moves. He is moving down this board pretty quickly, though. We can't allow that. Although we don't have to worry about that because if he moves here, then I just eat him like that. It's fine. Okay, we have way more material than we need to do a checkmate. But how do we actually pull this off? We have this pawn here that can actually move right here. Does that do anything? Yeah, this pawn actually is unkillable because he can be guarded by that. So this pawn creates an attack on the king, and the king can only go here. That's interesting. We're gonna send the king there. What good does that do? That's bad. I feel like I want to put the king there. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see, what other options do we have? I do have a white square bishop that's just kind of chilling. Forgot about him. He has the option to come down here, and then he's got the line on this, which is kind of accomplishes the same thing but with less risk. I think maybe that's the move, and it also no longer creates a new block for the rook. I think that's the move. We'll just kind of do this move here, and he's in check. All right, I think we're in like a position where we've got some really good coverage right now. So he can't move. He can't move back to here. So this space is blocked. This space is blocked. This space is blocked. This space is blocked. This space. Okay, he's. All we have to do is put him in check without unblocking any of these spaces, and he's checkmated. Okay, so who's the one? Okay, so this guy's causing all of these spaces to be blocked. These guys are causing these spaces to be blocked. This guy's causing. We have the option to mess with this guy. He's not needed. Let's just put the line on there because we got to decide which one of these lines we don't need. So, this guy doesn't actually do anything. So this is like the best one. Oh yeah, so this guy's blocking this piece, but this piece is already covered. So yeah, if we go here, that's checkmate. I'm pretty sure. Does that block anybody from doing their job? No. Okay, I'm like 99% certain I can do this for the checkmate. Victory. All right. Maybe it's time for Stockfish level 2. So no rematch. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Use the computer. Level 2. All right, white again. I think with shell eggs at my side, I can be Stockfish level 2. Queen's pawn. We'll come out with the queen's pawn. Hmm, that's weird. I could have an instant trade opportunity if I wanted to. No, he just moved the horse. You just moved the horse. We don't want that trade anyways. That's a bad trade. So I've got the opportunity to keep doing like all the moves that I want to do. So let's cover this guy. Yeah, just cover that guy. Not sure what that defense is. If I move this, I can still move my horsey a little later and be fine. Pretty sure. Okay, wait a minute. Things get real quick. No, let's not do that. Oh, so his queen is out here in a place where it looks like I could maybe mess around with it a little bit. Um, this is this is not a real attack because you can just attack back and there's no cover, so we can't mess with that pawn. This pawn could come forward, but he can't attack, so this is kind of useless. You know, it does stop him from moving. No, that's not useful. Hmm. Yeah, I normally wouldn't want to bring my queen out because Stockfish will just eat your queen if you bring it out. And I'm not Stockfish, so I don't know how to eat that queen. But it is looking mighty tasty. I still have the opportunity to make a trade for that rook. And then what? He moves the queen there. Can I get a double coverage on that? Queen? Queen versus queen action? No, I don't want to do that. Then I'll have to... Well, yeah, 'cause no, he's got that pawn there. We can't mess around with that. I just realized it doesn't make sense. Hmm. So here we go. So I've got like a position that people want to be in, I guess. Do I want to send out more people? So technically, this guy's already active. This guy's already active. Who's not active? My rooks aren't active. Activating the rooks, though, takes a lot of work. Develop the light squared bishop. Hmm. I don't understand why everybody wants the castle always. I guess, yeah, if I castle, then I will no longer be in line with the queen, and that'll unpin my horsey dude. So that's probably a good thing to do. Hmm. But where do I want this bishop to be? I need to put the bishop someplace where it's protected, but where it still is active. So I put him there. That deactivates my queen from this direction. It's not necessarily about it could work. I don't really want to bring my queen out anyways. I take it out here. What happens here? I take it out here. The pawns just move like that. Hmm. It doesn't feel like a development. Hmm. I feel kind of cornered. Well, we have to make a move. I don't like any of the moves that I can put the light square bishop, but it does put the king away from the action. Is it worth wasting movement here to get this bishop out of the way and get the king out of the way? King's kind of locked in right now. It's kind of a weakness. It probably would be a good idea. I just wanted to be able to do it and also create some cadence at the same time. Hmm. I don't put it in D file because, well, I guess either way, I'm blocking the queen from one of its directions. Although, I do get additional coverage on the pawn. What's that? I do get additional coverage on the pawn if I come out here. Maybe that's a good thing. I think maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay. So he offers a trade. He offers a trade because he wants to expose that bishop. Hmm. Well, either I have to take the trade or I have to create a bigger problem for him. Do I have any bigger problems out here? I don't really. Maybe I wait for him to take the trade. Because if he takes the trade, then I get to move my horsey dude out one. And I kind of want to be able to move that horsey dude out one. If I get the horsey dude out here for free, then I've got a lot more coverage over in this area. Hmm. So yeah, I could probably just let him do that, but I got to think of what I'm going to do in the meantime. I think. Well, so the plan was to castle. We can go ahead and castle here, I think. Alright, so Horsey Dude is going back. I think it's because he wants to reorient his attack on my right side now that my king's over there. But this actually should buy me a lot of time because he's going to be making a lot of movements. I guess that's why people like to castle their king, because it kind of diffuses the existing attack angle, and it takes a lot of moves to renew a new attack angle. That's probably it. Hmm. Alright. So this queen is still out here. Queen is looking like a juicy target, but his queen can't run away as well anymore now that that horse is in the way. Do we have anything that can take advantage of that? I still can't move this pawn because this pawn will just become a free pawn. There's nobody covering him. You can't do that. We can constrain the queen right there when it's covered. And that also creates an opportunity for us to break our rook out. Hmm. If we have the bishop moved here, then we could have a revealing attack by revealing this. But that guy's not covered by anything if I do that. I think for now, I'm going to go with like my first thought. Start bringing up this side. We'll increase our active units here. And that's an interesting bishop. Alright, so now that we've gotten this pawn out there, he's moved that bishop. His queen's still kind of stuck in there. Although we might have a higher chance of being able to force this queen. Because, like, now, this spot is covered, kind of, but not really, because it's also protected by a pawn. Getting this rook out is going to take a ridiculous amount of moves. I don't think that's really an option. I don't want to bring my queen out, but it kind of maybe makes sense to bring the queen out. For starters, though, this guy can be here, and we'll create that revealed attack we were talking about. Pawn's very weak. I'm waiting for him to mess around. I'm gonna wait for him to attack with his king pawn, so I can take the cadence on that instead of him. That's interesting. Alright, so now I have a revealed attack on the queen. And we've got two angles in here. We got this guy coming like this. We got this guy coming like that. And I've got this covered. No, I can't reveal because I can't attack there because he's just got that pawn there. Yeah, there's no way for me to remove this unless I move it backwards. Maybe moving it backwards is a thing. If I move this backwards, then I still got both of these lines. Where can he send? He could send it here. Okay. He could send it here. So that diffuses that attack completely. I go knight d file. See how I can put the knight in the d file. What about this knight? No, this knight can't go there. This knight can't go there because this is just trading away. He's just dead. I put him in E. I might not have a suitable attack on this queen right now. Well, it does block the queen escape route. Wait, does it block the queen? The queen can go here regardless of whether I'm there or not. Are we talking about going here? Because I don't see it. The right here is just going to attack me with a pawn. You just take with a pawn and he takes your knight. takes money. I don't have the knowledge to come up with this one. Doesn't move the queen. I take the queen first. Oh, okay. I see the trade. I see the trade. So once I reveal the attack, he has to do something. So this guy will be like chilling here, and it's like, well, if he takes it, then I'll take his queen. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. It just feels so weird putting my guy like in line with the pawns. Yeah, if I go here, I've got so many chances to attack here. Like, yeah, if I go here, I'll then have access to this guy as well. So he's gonna have to trade something. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Revelio! So he does decide to lose the queen. That's a really good trade for us. +6 now. I could even make further trades. It doesn't really make sense to trade bishop for a rook at this. Actually, I have this queen. Maybe it does. I'm +6. If that's what +6 really means, trading now would probably be a good thing. I don't feel like I'm +6 though. The other thing is, if I do make this trade right here, then his rook is now activated. I don't think that's the trade I want. At least not the trade I want right now. Should come up with a different trade. If I bring this guy here, then he has to move this guy either there or over here. No, he has to move his guy here. Good does that do me? It puts me farther forward, but then he can just come back later and push me away with a pawn. Because on the other side, the rook file is meaningless. Yeah, so attacking over there isn't the big deal. Probably want to keep my pieces on the right side more. Take the knight with the bishop. Oh, I see what you're saying. But the fact that that rook isn't really meaningful, even if it gets free, that the trade could still be worth it. All right, I'll take your word on that. We're gonna go ahead and pop him. Okay. And now I could come and attack out here. Ooh. If I go here, then what does he have to do? He's gonna move his king. Do this. If I come here, he's gonna move his king. Where's he gonna move his king? He'll probably move his king that way. Is there any other thing he could do? No, he'd have to either sacrifice the rook or he'd have to move his king. I think this might be a good move. I'm not under attack. Oh, he's checked. I didn't expect him to move that way. Hmm. All right. So still play around with this guy over here. Doesn't really do anything. He's just gonna end up coming like this and then pushing me back away. That doesn't really immediately help our situation. We can activate our queen at any time. He doesn't even have a queen anymore. I don't think we want to really trade the queen. We can avoid it. Trading pawns. Yeah, I do pawn trades available, don't I? What's the best pawn trade? I kind of want to push towards his king. Does that mean that I want to take this? And then he comes here. And then I can still come back like this. I think that's a 2-for-1 deal right there, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. I'm not 100% certain. I'll try. Oh, he didn't take it. All right, why did he do that? He doesn't truly does not want to trade like what I want. He's just waffling now. He's he should have took the pawn for the bishop. I don't know what that means in the context of where I was, but he's just giving me free pieces now. He doesn't give up. He doesn't give up. So now that pawn's no longer protected. Okay, we'll check the replay. Finding that spot though in live chat though is gonna be tricky. Where could we have forked? I think I'm going back too far. I took. So this is when I went from here to here, right? Before I took with the bishop. Okay. So I've got a fork opportunity here. That's what you're saying. Um, Fork with the. I don't know where my fork opportunity is. I take with the pawn, then it's a fork on the rook and the bishop. Oh, I see, I see. So if I were to go here, then I have attack to here, attack to here. But wait, can I just do that? No, I can't do that. I can do that, but then the queen comes in. I got a feeling that both of those move tracks are about the same in value. We're back to the present. I think we're back to can't go any farther. Okay. So yeah, he's just hemorrhaging pieces. This guy has no coverage whatsoever. We just take. No, he's got cover. I was just saved. I was just saved by the fact that my clicks wait 1 second. And the reason the clicks wait 1 second is because sometimes like the hand will like fail to be captured, like one of the frames. Alright, so we're saved by the virtual touchscreen. Actually, we're saved by my profile. By default, the virtual touchscreen is instant, but I've got a profile that does the 1 second delay. Alright, so yeah, we can't attack that pawn with that right now. That would be not a throw. It would just be one, what do you call it? One blunder, that would have been. Alright. Take the pawn on the middle. Yeah, I do have I can attack a pawn right now. If I attack this pawn though, that means he can come here, and there's no way to attack him there, but it's not the biggest deal. It's just a trade. We're up material, so just taking a trade is not so bad. He's activated, but what is he activated for? He doesn't have any options to really attack me. This is a matter of cleaning him up. You can take a trade for cleaning him up. What was this going on here? So he can't do that. That would be a trade. He doesn't want to make any more trades unless he's just trying to stalemate. So this guy would just sacrifice himself if he did that. Do that. Oh, wait. If I can get this guy right here out of the way, who can this guy attack? He's got no realistic attack. Hmm. What if I activate my queen now? He doesn't have any realistic way to attack me. Although it's going to take a few moves to activate this queen. Kind of unfortunate. But the farthest out I can bring him is bring him to here. Then I can bring him to there. Maybe that's not a bad thing. I think I might want to do that. Give the king some breathing room. What could he possibly do to my king? I don't see. I don't see a viable attack on him. I'm gonna go ahead and start activating this queen, even though it's gonna be a multi-step process. Your knight is pinned. My knight is pinned to what? Queen is protecting the pawn. Well, if I wanted to push, okay, I see what you're saying. Like if I just if I move this bishop out of there, like it's not that way. If I move him like that, then he creates a check, and that just causes him to like have to move like this. Maybe that's probably the move he's gonna do. And then I now have this guy protecting this line, and I can start pushing this guy forward. I think that's the move. Ah, wait. I'm not confused as to what just happened. I think I want to make this trade. He kind of likes that bishop there, does he? Hmm. Yeah, I think he wants his king there because he doesn't want that pawn to get queened. Um, hmm. Is it time to go ahead and attack this pawn now? It's kind of free, and it moves me forward a little bit. The other thing is, you can still do this. Right? Still do this. I don't have anybody guarding that spot. But if I were to come up like this, that's probably the real move, because then this is guarded. We'll do that. We can always come and attack this pawn with another pawn later. He's not going to do anything with that. That's all he can do is like he would have already attacked that if he wanted to attack that. He doesn't really have access to go over here. It's too many moves to do anything with that guy. Well, that's probably fine. My queen still needs to stay there to control this. I gotta fork for a free. Where's this free rook? Oh, he can climb back there. That rook is deep in back there. Oh, I see. If I bring my queen, can I bring my queen? If I bring my queen, then he has the option to take that pawn. But I guess for the fact is he doesn't want to take a pawn or a rook, but he's gonna be forced to do it. Well, yeah, let's go ahead. So we bring this guy over here, and then what? He, wait, that doesn't make any sense at all. Understand how am I forking the rook? King, the rook with the king plus the rook with the knight. Oh, if I were to attack here, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's easy then. Gotta keep my hand on the board. Count. I think I didn't quite like what just happened there very much. But I guess it's fine. So This bishop right here, he's pinned to the king. We can't move it. So that means if I bring this guy up, he can't attack me, and he can't leave. All I can do is move the king. So that's bishop is given away for free. So just eat our free bishop. Yum, yum, yum. And we once again have a pawn in our file. Potentially become a queen later. Having a queen is really nice here. But we need to activate more pieces to pull this off. So one thing we could do, we can move this guy here. And if he doesn't move that, I could take that. He's going to end up moving that, right? Whatever it does, though, I can go to this spot if this doesn't move his king, and then I have an attack on the king. I'll make rooks to avoid draws. Interesting. Yeah, if you're like way ahead, that kind of makes sense. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and do this idea. We're going to activate this rook. All right. And now we're going to bring the rook over. As long as we're checking him, he's not going to be stalemated. I can push this pawn one more forward, right? No, if I do that, then I lose the rook. I can just take the rook back. But one thing I would like to do would like to protect this rook again right here. So if I do this, then that's protected, and I can continue my assault. Do that. Right, that was weird. So we just take this, right? Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. So this is mate. I just have to how do I make this mate? So I can't go here. Because if I go here, then he can attack it. I don't have my queen anymore. I can't go through because you can't do that. I could go this way. What does that do? Go here. Go here. Then I've got a line here. And he could go back here. Or he could go here. Ladder mates. I guess that means we're gonna keep like pushing him to the left until he can't go left anymore, and then we got him. Okay. I think this is pretty easy. We can figure this out. So we just move here. As long as we check him every turn, then we're fine. All right. Okay. Well, couldn't he have gone this way though? No way he didn't. Seems like he just gave up. All right. So now we've got this space, and this space all covered. And if I just bring, I could either do this or this, either way, and he's checkmated. Pretty sure. Yeah, right. But for style, we're gonna just go right here. So we're gonna just put him right there. Hey, Cloud, thanks for the like, man. This is checkmate. Yes, this is checkmate. Sweet. Hmm. We can move up to Stockfish too. As long as we have infinite time, we have a pretty big advantage against all the lower level Stockfishes. It won't be until like I start doing timed games that I should be in true danger. Alright. Stockfish level 3. At some point, it's going to get so hard that we can't beat it. Fight again. Alright, let's try not to blunder the start this time. Why did he do that? I don't actually know what order you're supposed to do these moves in. Kind of looks like he's like got a strategy that's designed specifically to attack this like London attack thing. How's the project going? As you can see, it's done. It's here. I'm using it right now. I gotta think about what he's doing here because it could be dangerous for me. So he's got a line over here on this guy. I think I just want to start creating lines on my guys too. D and B pawn move long games. We'll see what happens. Sounds like maybe a move I want to learn. If I go there, yeah. All right. Starting to get hot in this room. I might have to end my stream after this game. Oh, dinner time as well. All right. So now he's got an attack on that pawn. The last time, whatever I did, I blundered a pawn. How do we not blunder a pawn this time? That's what I want to know. As soon as he has the opportunity to take that pawn for free, then he's going to push my knight back, and we don't like that. That's what happened last time. So what do we do to not get pushed back again? I feel like I should bring my first steps should be good, right? Why wouldn't I want to put my horse out here? I'm going to put the horse here. What's that going to do? That's just going to give me coverage on both these pawns. Okay, so we got an issue here. We got to remember that he's got access to this. So that could become a problem. But I got queen access on here. I think I can move it. Can you move it? What's that? Yeah, we got the virtual touchscreen going. Okay, so this is the spot that I don't know what to do anymore. Alright, so this is Stockfish level 3, so I can't really just bet on him making random what do you call them again? Blunders. I can't just bet on a random blunder anymore. I guess he's gonna blunder eventually. Kind of not gonna have as many blunders opportunities there. So when he does make a blunder, I've got to identify it and attack him. So, I get the feeling Shellig's knows a lot about chess. Brings sees that that's not how a bishop moves. Bring this bishop out, and he's kind of in a scary situation. What's gonna happen? We don't want to do that. Actually, no, you can't do that because then we can do that. So we could potentially put that there. But the question is why? Why do I want to do this? This is a choice for me. Does this choice give me anything? It puts my bishop out there where it can actually work. But this bishop, and what is he protected by? He's protected by nothing? And I might not have the opportunity later to defend him. Also, eventually, yeah, I feel like it's going to be a problem eventually. Hmm. I think I could do is I could simplify this a little bit. Move the H pawn to trap his knight. Hmm. Oh, interesting. If we take this there, he doesn't have any credible attack on it. He'll have to run his knight away. Hmm. Or push his knight forward. What if he pushes his knight forward? Is that scary for me? And attack that, and then he has the opportunity to go. No, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. I think that's not super scary. Right. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna come up here. Ooh, I did not think of that. Oh, the reason I didn't think of that is because it's a trade. But actually, do I like this trade or not? I go here, and then he goes there, and then this guy's got to do something. This guy could come up here, and then he pushes me away. This is a complicated line, but I think that I've got a bunch of options the whole way down. I think I can just comfortably take this trade. No? Hmm. Doesn't sound good. Dude, we got other lines we could maybe do here. I definitely have to move. I don't want to move the horse back. Actually, you know what? If I start playing games with this horse up here, I'm giving him a chance to like move all of his pieces out, and we don't really want to do that. But if we move back here, then he doesn't have anybody to defend this pawn. He's going to move this pawn, and then he just gets taken. So he'll just lose that pawn. Is that a free pawn for me if I make this move? I think it might be. We're going to do it. So the one thing here is if I take this pawn, then he gets to take this pawn. Is that good or bad for me? If I do it in 2 steps, though, then I might still get my advantage. If I do this, let's just consider this for a second. If I do this, what can he do about that? This pawn's still stuck. There's nobody to guard him. Queen is active. You got to consider the queen, but he's not going to risk the queen if there's a pawn chain. Yeah, we're going to do this move first. You know, why would he choose that? Why would he do that? Is there a trap here? Because he's using a move, and all the move accomplishes is he clears this space. Yeah, you know, obviously I have to take this. Doesn't make sense to do otherwise. All right. So now he views my right side as a weakness. And that means maybe he's going to start pushing more pieces on my right side. And what I can do about that is I can start developing this queen out of the way. Well, getting this bishop out of the way is going to be hard. So this horse is blocking me from maneuvering everything around. If I put my king on the left, I probably want to start putting myself on the left. Although right now he has the option to castle right here. So I maybe don't want to be on the left. Hmm. But I do want that horse to no longer be blocking me. So we're gonna bring that horse out. Set up an attack on his F pawn. See where's F. That sounds really fancy. Like we're trying to like mate him real quick. Sounds pretty sketchy against level 3 AI. Up the light bishop to attack it, and then the queen. Hmm. And the H, the F. Yeah, so we're talking about what to come up here. Then I have a line on that. That's a dangerous line because his king's there. And if I put him in check, actually, he no longer has the option to castle, which would be good. But I'm going to have to bring another unit out here to, like that. I want to bring the queen out anyways. That's a lot of moves that I have to get this done. And by the time I get this done, he's going to have some kind of defense against this. Hmm. All right. We'll start the moves. Looks like a pretty safe spot to be. He's already like he's like way ahead of me. But on the other hand, once I have this queen out here, I can bring the queen forward instead. Yeah, let's make sure. So I bring this queen here. I bring the queen here. That means I could bring the here and then do that maneuver. And he doesn't have much to deal with this actually. Now he's probably going to make a move to counter this here next. What would he do to counter this? His queen will probably activate. He'll probably counterattack me. That's probably his plan. Yeah, it seems like a reasonable attack here. So we don't have the queen out, so the queen's ready to go. Yeah, you can't castle anymore. Okay, that's a counter. So now that that pawn's in the way, I can't just make that assault the way I was planning. Even if I get rid of that pawn, I'm gonna have to move whatever piece takes the pawn. Look behind his queen too. Put a rook. How can I get my rooks out? My rooks are. Oh wait, oh, yeah. I can castle. I can castle, and then I'll have a double line up. Interesting. Oh, that forms like a battering ram. A battering ram right into his base. Good move. I like it. All right, and he has a counter to that. But we could start trading pawns. Oh, en passant. En passant. These wild things here. All right. Now he's offering the trade. One queen for one queen. But actually, my queen. I think I get a second unit off of this. Yeah, free bishop. So we're gonna send this guy. Here. Wait, let's plan that first. Let's plan that first. If I come here, he has to do this maneuver. I think he has no choice but to do that maneuver. There's no other way to block. Wait, no, he could move the king, but that would be dumb. And then I come back here. All right. And then he ends up having to move the king anyways. Here we go. Oop. Things are looking very strong right now. Now, what do we do to follow this? So, this right here, protecting that pawn. It'd been very convenient for me if that pawn was gone, but I can't just do anything about it. Now I can fork his king and his bishop. Forking his king and his bishop. Can I do that though? We can't just go up here because he can just take that. Uh, Oh, if I do this, if I do this, then he has to trade, and then I trade. So if I do this, trade, trade. So I get a free pawn out of that deal. And since I'm ahead, I'm simplifying the game for the win here. That looks like a good move. Oh, he's check. Oh, it's free because it's check. Is it free though? Hmm. I have to sacrifice either the rook or the bishop. Hmm. Actually, I don't think I've got a choice. I have to trade both. Wait, no, I trade. I send the. Okay, if I send this bishop over here, oh no, I send the bishop over here. I send the bishop over here, and then this guy, he gets killed by the king. But my bishop will still be alive right here. Now, and then he has got this option here. Um, Hold on, we got to think about turn cadence too. Okay, so hold on. So we're gonna do this in one turn. So we do this, and then he has a choice. He can either take this for the trade, or he can take this. Let's assume that he keeps his king back here for, and he makes this trade. If he does that, that's fine for me. I can defend the rook with the knight so that he can't take it. Hmm, interesting. Ooh, I like that. So let's think it through first. So we do this, that's guarding that, and then I have the option to do this. He's probably going to move something, but he doesn't have a direct attack on anything if I do that. Yeah, yeah. So we'll do this. Mm-hmm. All right, looks like we can just take stuff. Let's not be hasty. But yeah, you go here, and that does nothing. Yeah, yeah. Wait, no, but then he can do this. But that's fine. We can accept that. That's acceptable because we can just simplify these pieces. Bishop for a bishop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll do it. We'll do it. All right. It'd be nice if I activated some more pieces. All my pieces are busy right now. Hey, Andy, thanks for the like. Hmm. All right. So if I want to activate a piece, what's the most effective way to do it? I gotta scratch myself for a second. Oh. Yeah, I want to activate more pieces. This rook is super trapped. If I get the bishop out, the rook will be a lot less trapped. If I want to get the bishop out, I'm gonna have to. If I move this guy up here, that creates some stuff down the field. Probably have to get the rook out of trouble. Hmm. Is he in that much trouble though? Because I can just always do this to whatever he attacks it with. And I guess he can move like this. If he moves like that, what happens to me? Let's say that. So he comes over here, and he's got a line of attack on this. I really want to keep this controlled. I don't have anybody who can come up there and defend that. Or do I? There is one person on this field who could come up and defend that position for me. I know him well. He is me. Time to run the king out. moving. Actually, let's take stock of what just happened. He moved out here. So, he's created a double line attack here. He's trying to make it so that I can't use my king the way I'm trying to use the king. But the only reason I want to use this king is to cover the knight. Is he forcing anything? I don't think he's forcing anything. Because look, he's got this guy right here. He can't do that move because he's the king. I can't do that. He does this. I just do that. Oh, he's forcing a trade. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but a trade is something I want anyways, so it's fine. Alright, so we can go ahead and continue the plan. We're gonna cover our guys. We're gonna be the king that our country deserves. No? No. Alright, so the king, that guy's still penned. He didn't do it. What would he have done? I mean, if he would attack that, I just do that. Would he be up a piece from that? Doesn't he do this? He can take this knight in the end. I suppose it would have not had quite so much of a lead. But this is still Stockfish level 3 we're talking about. Now, why did I want to do that to begin with? Forgot why I wanted to do that. Take his rook. Trading the rook is decent. I see no reason why I would. Actually, no. If I take his rook. So if I take his rook right now, he's going to come back here, and then I'll be in check. Which is maybe acceptable. I think I can live with that. I don't have the type of lead I thought I had. It does defeat the purpose of bringing my king forward. So one thing I could potentially do here. I can force him to move his horsey dude with this pawn. He doesn't have a credible attack on it right now. I kind of want to advance my pawns anyways. See what else. Still want to get this guy out of there, but he's still stuck. That's the horse dude with my horse. Oh, yeah, if I were to go like this, I don't really need this guy sitting on this space anymore because he no longer is guarding anything. This horse is just going to go somewhere though. But this does put my horse in a more manageable position, more useful. Other way. Protected by the pawn. Yeah, I see. If I were to go this way instead, then I'm protected. I would just be throwing away the rook if I did that. That makes sense. Or not be throwing away the horsey dude. Alright, I understand now. If I do that, then he's got to run. Otherwise he wouldn't have had to run. He would have just taken. So now I have the option to just take this right here. I go out. No, I don't have that option. That's dumb. Yeah. I could probably move this guy one, but do I want to? I would like to pull this rook out eventually. I think it's time to bring the rook out. I wish I could do more than send this bishop one space. I moved this pawn once, then I can move the bishop somewhere interesting. Like that. Or that. Probably that. And then, no, but then I'm blocking the rank that I'm trying to mess with. Or, the other thing, I could just start pushing pushing this pawn up the board. I feel like I could start doing that. This guy's going to be guarding him the whole way. And eventually he'll have to trade. And then he'll lose that, and then he'll lose that. I think that's a maneuver I could do. First, let's make sure we're not making any blunders here. His only line of attack is this, there, and there. Everything else is just pawns. And this guy's trapped for now. Alright. I think for now, I'm just going to start walking this guy up the board. Okay, he's walking his king. I don't think I care. I don't have a lot of pieces. So I need to start putting together a way to get the pieces I need to checkmate him. I don't know all the strategies for checkmating with a lower amount of pieces. I don't want to make this into a draw. Just gonna, I guess, keep moving on up. Okay, now we gotta start thinking again, because he's got an option to move his rook out. His horse is right there. If I trade, am I okay? I'm up a piece. I think I take the trade. Yeah, oh, do I have to take the trade? Free pawn? I don't see a free pawn. But yeah, I think making the trade is what I gotta do. Well, yeah, I see the free pawn now that you say it. So the free pawn is right here. Yeah, so why would I make a free trade when I could just beat up another pawn? The one problem, though, with that is that I no longer gain the ability to send this guy off to the side. But I guess I don't necessarily have that ability anyways, because if I were to go here, you can just do that instead of attack me. Hmm. So yeah, we're just going to take it. Fortunately, this does mean that our rook can't really get out of there the way I was trying to do it. Hmm. But we could start lining up an attack on this pawn. We'll have to get in and get out, and then we'll be able to start moving in for a free queen. Hmm. So one thing I could do, I could start pushing this guy up here, and that's going to force me to do something with this guy. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but he's going to be moving this guy somewhere. Where does this guy have options to? He doesn't have option to move there. Move there. That puts me in check. This seems like a smart move that I might expect from him soon. Mm-hmm. It is only a delay move. It doesn't have any real note. I do want to keep moving pawns forward, so I kind of like being able to move my pawn forward. We're gonna try it. Move the knight back and see what happens. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. He's not gonna move back though. I think he's gonna move forward. Oh, my knight. He didn't move back. So, if I do move this guy here, this will clear out this room because he'll probably take this attack, or I'll be able to take that attack. Yeah, I think we're good with that. So we're just gonna go ahead and move up like this. Okay. He takes it to fork. But I get a take for free now. Well, kind of free. No, no. It's a trade. It's a trade. But it's not a bad trade. We'll take the trade. He might not take the. Wait, did he move? So I think he's at the point where he's trying to get a draw. So he's not going to take. He's hoping that I do something ridiculous. All right. So if I move that pawn forward right now, then it's going to become like a queen or whatever, and he's just going to take it with his rook. Or I don't know what he's going to do. But I can't move it forward right now unless I get something to cover it. Another thing we can do, we can start take a walk with this pawn, and then maybe I can't do that though because he could counter me like this. Yeah, we can't necessarily do that. Actually, walking this pawn forward though, it does provide me one opportunity here. So I walk this pawn forward, then I can put this guy anywhere I want to on this line. Like there, probably over there. No, I can't put him there. I don't want to put him right there. So I probably want to put him here. And then I'll activate my rook. That's the move, I think. Just send this guy forward. He wasn't doing anything anyways. Wait, do I have anything I'm losing right now? No, we're good, we're good. I didn't think about that. But it's alright. We're gonna go ahead and actually now that that's not there anymore, we have options over here. I could go here and put him in check. That gives me like a free move, kinda. Yeah, we'll do this. He's in check. Interesting. Okay, so now I can finally get my rook out on the field. Do I actually want him on the field, or do I want him to guard a pawn and let a pawn push forward? I feel like he can block my pawn push. If I just like can free him up, then he can actually form a legitimate attack. Like right now, I've got this spot covered. I can come through here. Could come through. Oh, I'm confused as to why this is not working anymore. There we go. If I come through here, then I could come up to here potentially. So we're gonna go to the open rank with this guy. Yeah, that makes sense earlier. The pawn that was going to be traded away is, of course, going to be traded away. For some reason, I was in the mindset like, oh, this pawn could still become a queen. No, he was part of a trade. Okay, I didn't consider getting put in check over here. Oh, we got a couple ways we can do this. We could run him out of the way, which I don't think is the move. Uh, what we want to do instead, force a trade or force him to run back. One of the two. So if we do this, then he would have to trade, or he would have to run back here to guard that. But yeah, we'll just defend like this. I don't know what he's doing up there. I guess he was just running away, so he wouldn't have to be part of that fork. Check him with a rook. Oh yeah, that was the plan. So we can come up here like this, and then we have that covered, and he can't do anything about that. He's gonna have to move his king, I guess. What will they move his king? They'll probably move his king. He'd either move it here, or he'd move it. Yeah, you can't go down here at all. That's all covered. You can't move it over here. You'd either have to move it there, or you have to move it here. So whichever he does, doesn't really cause any problems for us. All right. Ooh. So you know what we have an opportunity for right now? If we come up here, then we have a fork. We can either go here or here. And if he takes, then we take. Okay, which one do I want more? I think the horsey dude is probably not worth as much as a rook. I think I want to trade for the rook. Check him with the bishop? I suppose if I check him, then the trade is still sitting there. Oh, I can't check him yet because he's penned. Well, you know what? If I get rid of the rook, then I'm no longer penned. That seems like a win-win. We're going to take the rook. Trade the rook. Penn's gone. Let's do it. No trade? Why you no trade? He's just giving away his pieces now. He's trying for the stalemate. Like, where does the stalemate come into play? I don't see a stalemate. I could have moved the rook. Yeah, you're right. It's fine. I didn't need him. Cool. The material I have right now isn't great for a checkmate, but I'll have a queen in a second. Do I want a queen? Yeah, I want a queen. We'll go and make a queen back here. And as long as we put him in check, there's no worries. Okay. Now, if I were to move this pawn right here, we have this spot, this spot. Oh, he could actually still move here, so that wouldn't draw it. Yeah, because all these spots are covered. We're forcing him into the corner. And I made him escape the trap. I think he's still fully trapped. In fact, I think if I don't make a move right now, well, I guess I don't want him moving his pawns because his pawns queen right block. What? Why would I want to block him from the right? I kind of like him having those pawns because that gives him a move. Because if he ends up with no moves left, then it's stalemate. Got the king behind a file with a rook or queen and just make a second rook queen. But so you just like run one of my pawns up the board. Yeah, if I run one of the pawns up the board, as long as his pawns have a place to move to, then I don't have to worry about stalemate. Yeah, we'll just start running the pawn. We'll run this pawn because nothing has to get out of the way. You can run after it? No, we can't run after it. Okay, so I now have to take this pawn. That's maybe a little bit unfortunate because he's running out of things to move. He still has this move right here. He can still move this guy. As long as he can move that guy. Actually, right now he's got a lot of moves. I can just keep running. Yeah, as long as I don't move any of these other guys, then he can just move back and forth between here forever while I'm advancing up the board. Go ahead and keep on advancing. He's just going to go hide in the corner. Yeah, he can't do anything. Okay, wait. If I make a queen here, he will be in check. And as long as he's in check, he has no stalemate. So we can go ahead and make the queen, pretty sure. Maybe we think about it for a second. Put him off so he doesn't run to his pawn. What do I have to worry about him running to his pawn? I think I just want to make the queen now, put him in check. I put him in check every turn from here on, then I guarantee a checkmate. We're gonna do it. I got two queens. How could I possibly go wrong here? Now, one thing is, I need to keep checking. I'm gonna be. Oh, he's gonna hide behind his pawn. I guess that's why we're worried about his pawn. One thing we gotta do though, we gotta make sure he still has a place to go. You know, if I come over here, this could make a longer laddering situation. He no longer can go here, and he no longer can go here. He'll be separated from the pawn then. And then I can work him in that direction. Although I got this dang horsey dude in the way. I worry about this because he still needs to have a place to go. Where can he go? Can he go here? Yeah, I don't have any lines on there. I guess he can still move his pawn. So as long as he can still move his pawn, we're okay. So we're gonna go in the corner. We're gonna separate him. Gotta keep him separated. Alright. King. Okay, no worries about what the king's doing now. So, So if I go and put this guy on this line, then I have two lines like this. And that means we've created a barrier that he can't do anything about. But he can still move this pawn, and he can still move left. All right, so we can do that. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. At this point, maybe I just let him take the horsey dude if he wants to, or I move the horsey dude out of the way. Yeah, the horsey dude's just making things more complicated for me. I don't have to let him die though. I can just like do this, put him out of the way. Thing is though, I will have to get this queen in a better position. So this queen needs to get to the right of him if I'm gonna get into the corner. Right now he's kind of like got lots of different directions he could go. If I want to do this move right here, then it would be nice if I have this guy right there, because then this guy would be protecting that spot. I think that's how I invert this. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and cut him over here. Wait, that puts him in check, but putting him in check is good. He's not gonna be... Yeah, it's not gonna be stalemate if I put him in check. Upwards. So now we can go safely like this. This might even be like, is this even a checkmate? It might even be a checkmate. We don't need to worry about it though. He's gonna be check or checkmate, regardless. Checkmate! Yeah, man. Alright. Well, I did not expect to make it to level 3 Stockfish, although I got a feeling that I would not have made it to level 3 Stockfish if I didn't have chat helping me, particularly Shellix. Movable helped a little too. Mm. And Andy as well. But yeah, made it to level 3. I don't think chess is going to become like a big thing for me in the future. The main reason I decided to play chess today was because I wanted to show people like how you can use the virtual touchscreen to do cool stuff, like playing chess. Like I tried to pay people to play chess using virtual touchscreen too, to show people. Everybody that I asked ignored me. So it's like they don't want money, not even to show a cool thing. They're just busy, I guess. I don't know. They get so much spam. Like, how do you go through the spam? But anyways, maybe eventually I'll be able to get somebody that's bigger who plays chess to use this. I think it'd be pretty cool. I guess since this is going to be like a permanent video about the virtual touchscreen too, I should do a little bit of like, what do you call it? Product placement stuff. They tell you where to get it and stuff. Um, I got a website. It's virtualtouchscreen.com. You can also find it on Steam. I think right now the website just takes you to Steam. I'd eventually set it up in my own store. Right now it's just on Steam. Kind of go on the Steam route to see like if I'm loyal to Steam. Maybe Steam will give me a little bit more stuff. I don't know. I My original Simplode Suite stuff I was selling on Steam and also my own website, and I was wondering if maybe I got a little bit like lesser treatment because I'm going through multiple places. Steam is the place where I get like all of my sales. Nobody goes to my website and buys things. Maybe like 5 people. I made like $100 or maybe $200, something like that on my website total since I put. Everybody buys stuff on Steam now. Uh, it's kind of sketchy, I guess, to like go to like a website and download something now, like compared to like going to a place that's like everything's vetted like Steam. But anyways, yeah, it's available. It's for purchase. You gotta have to like if you don't have a decent webcam, it's maybe not as good. Uh, Decent webcam helps a lot. Good lighting helps a lot. Having a simple background helps a lot. You can just use it like with like a modern laptop that has a terrible webcam and bad lighting and stuff, and it can still work, but like, the hand won't necessarily track as well. Might have a lower frame rate because it can only go as fast as your camera goes, and when you have low lighting, the camera has a lower frame rate. It's it's what I've been working on for years now, um, and I was proud to finally release it. Then to find nobody wants it, I guess sometimes you got to show people like what the value it is. I think this is probably the most valuable use I've seen so far of the virtual touchscreen because like when you're doing a chess stream, like you're doing all that kind of stuff where you're like right clicking stuff to show where stuff is going, and then you're like doing the regular click. I don't know if I ever lost a click while I was holding a click, but it's nice that you have the customizability to be able to say like, okay, if you let go of it for a second or less than a second, then don't make the move. That actually did help me one time, but not because it accidentally lost the tracking, but because I was about to blunder and I realized I was about to blunder during that 1 second delay. Of course, that wouldn't be very convenient for like bullet chess because you're wanting to make your moves as fast as possible. You don't want to have an extra second of it just second guessing whether or not you wanted to do that or not. But if you're not like in a super fast paced game, you're not really having to pay any penalty to use this. It's time for me to go eat dinner. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye. I can even shut this down with virtual mouse. So I am clicking stop, but it's not stopping. I don't know why that is.